Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to talk about something that happens to almost everyone when they have been broken up with. It's behavior that their ex exhibits that confuses them and makes them think, well, maybe they want to get back together. And if you don't know what's going on, you might be breaking no contact too early and hurting your chances of getting back with them. And of course, I'm talking about hot and cold behavior, mixed signals, breadcrumbs, where they contact you, you get excited, you think, oh, they want me back, they change their mind, and then they disappear. And you don't know what is going on. Now, this behavior is normal, as I said. However, you have to be smart about when you respond. You don't have to feel guilty about not responding. Remember, they broke up with you, so you no longer owe them anything. However, you won't believe that it's hot and cold behavior, and therefore your high interest level will rationalize everything they do. But remember that if you allow them to do this hot and cold behavior, this mixed signals, then you give your power away. What often happens after a breakup is that your ex is having second thoughts or is struggling through the breakup. Just because they broke up with you, it didn't mean they wanted to. It didn't mean they were 100% certain. But they were at least 50% certain, and that's why they broke up with you. However, just as you're having moments of weakness where you want to reach out, they too are having their moments of weakness where they want to reach out, and sometimes they do. However, in their moments of strength, then they ignore you. So by allowing this hot and cold behavior, by responding whenever they reach out, no matter what they say, even if it's just hey or what's up or why aren't you answering me, then what you're doing is you're helping them get through the breakup. You're making it easier for them to move on because you're always there and they know you're going to respond whenever they reach out in their moments of weakness. You know, it's like a child that's running away from mommy in the park, but yet he still looks back to see if mommy's watching just to make sure that he's okay, and then he'll keep playing and running around. That's the same thing. They just want to reassure themselves that if they do reach out, you'll respond. Another reason for hot and cold behavior could be that they are breadcrumbing you while they're looking at other options. So obviously breadcrumbing is that they don't totally get rid of you, so they just don't break up with you and go away, but they give you a little bit of hope, enough to just hang on. You know, they dangle the carrot, and they're doing that while they're looking for other options. That way, if they can't find someone else, then they know that they can come back to you because they haven't totally killed all hope. They kept you hoping that they might come back. Not a good thing to do, but hey, it happens. Another reason for the mixed signals is that they want to be friends with you. They just don't want to date you. And of course, we don't allow that because once you're in the friend zone, it's hard to get out. And so you don't accept a friendship, and if they just want to see you, but they won't accept any type of affection, are not willing to get intimate, then you can't continue to interact with them. Otherwise, you're just a friend, and in the meantime, you're also helping them to alleviate their pain. They're getting comfort from you, they're moving on, and yet you're still there hoping that you'll get back together in a romantic relationship. And then finally, if they're having second thoughts, they might be considering coming back, but because of the pain that they were feeling while they were in the relationship with you, they don't know if it's going to work out if they do get back together with you, and they don't want to get hurt again. And so part of them wants to come back and part of them doesn't. And so they have to feel comfortable that things will be better in order for them to want to come back to you. And so you have to think about, why did they break up with you? What were the reasons? What did they say to you? And how can you show them that you've changed? It's not enough to just say, yes, I realized all my mistakes, yes, I've changed. Because unless you really feel it and unless you really know it, then yeah, you might change for a week or two because you're happy to have them back, but then you're going to go back to that same old behavior. And that's what they're afraid of. And so that's why they usually don't want to get back right away, because they know that you need time to realize the mistakes you made, what you did that pushed them away, and you need to miss them, and they want you to understand that you're going to change for the long term and not just for 2 weeks and then it's business as usual. So in that case, then show them that you've changed. This usually applies more if you took them for granted, if you didn't appreciate them, or if you cheated. And so they need to know that it's not going to happen again. So hopefully this clears up some of the mystery surrounding why exes seem to pop in and out of your life. They text you, you respond, they disappear. Those are the reasons. So if you're confused about an ex's behavior or are not sure whether you should respond, you can contact me about private coaching at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.